Turtle Cape, the Coliseum, Quest Cape, maxing. All mighty achievement, but never really seemed to interest me. Every 99 I've ever gotten has only left me with a fleeting sense of accomplishment. Every quest, level, piece of gear, all mere stepping stone. But for what? What is the point of any of this? Money. So, here's the game. I'm going for max PLAT tokens, and I'm going to do this by making 10,000 accounts, and then operating them by hand to trade and try to get maximum platinum token. That is 2.147 trillion GP. To put this further into perspective, that is enough to buy 160,259 bonds and have membership paid for 8,012 years. Or, a darker path. A player could sell this on the black market right now for roughly $392,000. But that's not what I'm going to do. If I hit this target, I'm going to stare that temptation in the face and throw the ring into Mordor by giving all that money back to the community in some sort of drop party or a giveaway. No botting, no breaking TOS, all legit. So, let's get after it. This is the road to max PLAT. What is going on, RuneScape friends? Your boy John McGear's back with another episode. So today I put together a little outline to try to keep me in check a little bit. So let's try to stick to the script, right? So today's episode is going to be about normal stuff. We got, two high efficiency traders. We're going to check their weekly profits so you guys can kind of see what I think the best picks are for a free-to-play trader are, and kind of show you the profits of them. Then the next thing we're going to do is check out some mind runers. I have 3 open, and we're going to check their weekly progression, their daily progression too, so we can kind of keep an eye on the popular items to see if they're going up or down, so you guys kind of get an idea of your traders too. Then right after that, we're going to check out the 3 main traders, which are kind of sporadically checking out experimental picks, and we're not necessarily trying to track profits or anything on them. We're just trying to see if we can buy them relatively quickly and sell them relatively quickly with a decent enough profit margin to then invest in with other free-to-play accounts or members accounts, etc. You know what I'm saying? We're looking for picks. We're digging around. We're experimenting. That's the whole point of this premise. It's not necessarily a content to pop a bunch of profit and stuff like that. It's more like we're searching for good picks. So that being said, I just want to give a big shout out to my members. Anda Chugs, Mimi the Cat, Mike Strange, Smoo Guman, ZX, and then my sponsor, 07.gg. Check out 07.gg. It's a great site. But he's also a member. That's why I wanted to shout that out. Rest of the members, the OGs, Hugh, DF, Corsica, Pathos 4, Lucian Stolas, EK, Nexine, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Chill. Again, guys, thank you so much for becoming members. Please become a member.com. Please become a member today. It supports me. The more time I get into this, the faster we can get towards max PLAT. Really frees up a lot of time. So just really, really encourage people to become members and support the channel. But if not, please, please, please just subscribe. That is free. It'll help me reach more people. Give me a smash that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Some nice feedback would be great, but a nice comment would be nice. But what I'd really, really, really like from people is that if you're going to click off the video, before you leave, write me a comment on why you clicked off the video so I can start trying to tailor the content more to try to fix my errors. Okay, so with that being said, that covers about everything. Oh, one more thing. We're going to hop into the episode. This is kind of the content schedule, my rough draft of an idea I got. I've been pitching ideas to ChatGPT, kind of talking about it and stuff, and it spit me out. I had to generate me a content calendar. So I need to be able to get a little bit more time so I can start working on some of the bigger creative work. So it's going to require me a lot of editing, shooting, scripting, research, debating, stuff like that. For instance, how to multi-skate for dummies, how to flip, beginners tutorials for how to flip, discuss different things like that, and also to get into other pieces of content like Indefensive Multi-Skate plus other projects I have in the works that I have written down that I want to really work on, but I cannot really get off the treadmill right now. So here's what we're looking at. This is one of my solutions for that, is to batch record a bunch of stuff at the same time. So Sunday, there's going to be no more content. I need to have that day off, especially it's going to be more and more important for me to have this day off when we go forward, because once I start doing 10,000 accounts a week, I'm going to need a day off or I'm going to go literally insane. So Monday, this is no particular order, but essentially what I wanted to do is I take all of my members' accounts and then go into RuneScape 3 and then start looking for things over there, because I have about 2 to 3 bill bank over on RuneScape 3. So I could be making money there, trading efficiently over there, or trying to find some market gaps over there and then use those profits to then swap over to old school RuneScape to build or to accelerate the process of Road to Max Plat. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have one members account, I really have I really have 3 members accounts, because remember, I've told you this before, if you're new here, when you get a membership, you get trade slots on the main game, the trade slots on RuneScape 3, and you get trade slots on World 45 Deadman mode. So always remember that you have 24 slots per membership, actually, that you could be utilizing. There's just 3 different markets that you need to play differently. And I would like to explore those markets and kind of help you guys, the ones that are the loyal followers that are helping out, or new people coming in, so that you can kind of get some ideas on how to go tackle those other markets if you too want to also explore those avenues. So then the next one would be free-to-play experimental item flip test. So it's essentially the same thing as what I'm doing for the members, but essentially I want to split them off so that people who are... What I'm going to try to do is try to fragment all of the content. So I'm trying to niche further into my niche. So there's particular people out there who don't care about the free-to-play stuff. They like seeing my weekend, how much money did I make? Everybody loves that. But they don't care about me looking for free-to-play items, because the reason why they may be watching would be to look for members picks because they're a member. But then there's also people who are particularly only going to be looking for free-to-play picks because they're working towards their membership, or they just don't want to, or interested in membership but also would like to trade. So that's kind of the idea here. So then Wednesday or whatever day, I want to do a free-to-play forecast, or just do a forecast day where I just it would only realistically work for free-to-play because I don't have any members accounts. Well, I take that back. There's a couple little secrets I could, there's a couple little ways I could get a members forecast as well. It would just be a little bit different. But I would like that to be its own day, so that if you're looking for, you know, you're worried about your trades, you have a hard time not looking at your accounts every single day, and you don't want to deal with that, you can just watch me and then just get an idea of how the charts are moving up and down. Like, is it fast? Is it slow? Did the margins move around, etc., etc. So then another day would be dead man mode. So, you know, I have one account doing that, but I have 2 other accounts that could be doing it, and I haven't been using them, so I could be. And then that would be a nice day, like, to just in and of itself have me just dredge through it, so I don't feel like I'm rushing through it. That's also another big part of this, is that I feel like I'm rushing through each of these little bite-sized pieces of content that I've kind of cobbled together to like create this daily piece of content for you guys. And I kind of want to split that off so it's more structured, more smooth flowing, so I can make sure I can start it and finish it and make sure everything's on the same up and up. Okay, so the Deadman mode, you know, it's the same thing as everything else, but we're just particularly looking at Deadman and the different market market movements that happen over there, and really what moves around there, because Deadman mode's kind of the Wild West, and you know, it's popular now, but it may not be popular later, and just like deep diving into that over and over again, I feel like would be a very advantageous piece of content for you guys. So then Friday, this is again no particular order. The main accounts, the ones that we're doing normally, it's the most generic version of what I've been doing. This will be the closest to what I've been doing every single day. It's just going to be looking at the 3 main accounts and like just look for members picks as much as possible. Only look at members picks, whether it be high volume, low volume. I'm trying to do stable markets first. I know I've been kind of veering all over the place with all my picks and stuff like that, but I really do want to focus more primarily on where Max Plat needs to go, because all this content is nice on the side and stuff like that I can create for you guys, but if it does not feed into the road to Max Plat, then I feel all the reasons that everybody is subscribing to me is I'm kind of lying to them, because if I start veering off into all these other directions, and yes, then I'm focused on my YouTube channel, I'm not necessarily focused on the main premise of the channel, which is road to Max Plat. Well, you know, the big thing I'm working on, you know what I mean? Everything needs to be ultimately funneling back into that for me to justify any of the content. So I do need to reset a bunch of things and kind of work on stable markets. Long story short, stable markets. And then Saturday, the most popular one, how much money do we make this week? The best piece of content I've got. You know, that will also increase. I may have to do 2 of these a week. As I build more accounts, like last weekend, I almost completed 100 accounts. I have 80 that need to be splashed, and I did 20 that are almost done. They need to get their quest cycles done, and I'll be streaming that again, and then getting on that. Hopefully I can get about 60 to 80 accounts done this week too. And as I keep progressing that, I'm going to need a couple days a week where how much money do we make, or maybe it'll just make the Saturday episode more and more like lucrative to look at, because instead of 700 accounts, it'll be 7,000 accounts, or not even that, or 1,400 accounts, then 2,700 accounts, then 3,000 accounts. You know what I mean? It'll just grow and grow and grow and grow and become a lot more, I feel, popular of a dopamine kick for everybody. So there's my content calendar. Let me know what you guys think down below about that. You know, again, give me another thumbs up if you can. If you haven't already, please do that as well. So with that, without further ado, let's hop into the episode. So first, we have our free-to-play efficient accounts. Oh, yeah, sorry. So with the calendar, I'm going to try to get that going next week. Next week is what I'm shooting for. This week I'm just going to be regular programming because I need time to prepare and write notes and try to like plan and execute this thing, whether it be skipping a stream and then just working on that in the morning so that I can get that all batched up for you guys and then work on, you know what I mean? Just all that. I just got to figure out all that logistics and stuff like that. So appreciate the patience, and let's continue with the episode. So this is a free-to-play efficient. I call these a high efficient accounts. These are just like kind of my big picks. Like if you don't know where to start here. Like if you want 1 to 10 accounts, I would do this. Okay. So we have Iron Arrows always performing. So this was over. Sorry. I believe this was over. This was done Saturday. Today is Monday. So it's going to say, let's say 2.5 days. I believe it was, if I could have 2 days, 6 hours ago. 2 days, 6 hours ago is when we logged in last. So in 2 days and 6 hours, we got 64,000. So let's just break that down. 64. Whoops, sorry about that. Well, it's about 30K a day. You know what I mean? This is like a perfect slot. Usually love this slot. Arrow slots are really good. Mithril arrows are pretty good. Well, they're kind of scary right now, but they will be good. Over year, Mithril arrows are really strong. Iron arrows, really good. They've been performing perfectly. Adamant arrows kind of go up and down, but they can be, if you're watching them every single day, can be good because they do move a lot of high volume because of the free-to-play PKing market. So yeah. Selling for mine runes, we got about whatever that is divided by 4, so it looks like 40,000 units sold. That's pretty good, I feel. We finally got bites on the fire rune. You know, like last week we were looking at not a lot going on here, but then, you know, sometimes you get those really big days that averages out really well. So that's 84, so that's 40,000, so that's 70,000, and then 40,000 sold, and then 40,000 bought here, so it's about 80, so it's about 110,000 for the account here. And then the last thing I want to do for these high efficiency account is going to flipping utilities, check their stats, and then I'm checking daily, which is nothing because for some reason that's not working, but the weekly, our profit actually went up to 422,000. So if you guys remember from the last episode, I believe it was around 314,000, so that's looking very, very nicely for the weekly profit. So the next account, Dragonhide, our other high efficiency account. The only difference here is that we are doing one other item, which is thread at 8 right now, even though this one's a little bit more volatile than the fire rune. Fire rune's going to be really stable, but the thread has been moving really well when I've been doing it in my experimental picks, so I wanted to include it in our whatever. So as you can see here, our mine runer sold a lot more efficiently than the other one. You're going to get random picks. It's going to come down, like when it comes down to slot, what is the word? Slot allocation, when they are setting offers, it is random with a slight bias towards accounts that have been sitting in there longer, or slots that have been sitting longer get a higher priority, slight higher priority. That's what we get from the information from the wiki. So again, really good movement there. Looks like 380,000 divided by 4. Don't have that off the top of my head. 90,000, about 90,000. We were able to get 60,000, bought the other entire thing out. So then, you know, once you hit that reset, you just come back in here, bang, slap it in. We bought 30,000 thread over the 2 days. That kind of tells me that this is more so looking at a 9-10 market. So let's bring up our good buddy 07GG's GE tracker here. Very nice. A lot of good information here. I'm just going to pull up thread. Looks like we're still at 8-9. Buy sell ratio is about 3 to 2.3, so it's just moving slow right now. There's just not a lot going on. Okay, so the past 12 hours it did drop 1 GP, so it looks like over the day we did have nothing. Oh, okay, so it's, I don't understand what it's saying here. That, oh, the last traded 1, so it's averaging more at 8 than 9, I guess. I'm not 100% sure what this represents, but this is a new tool for me. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But we have a lot of information here. Thread, though, is hanging around 8-9, but it looks like most of this, based on these lines here, as you can see in all these gaps, if it's the same as RuneScape Wiki, it looks like we have a bias at 9, so a lot more sales are happening at 9 than are happening at 8, so probably a lot are selling and buying at 9, based on my estimation here, and the 30,000 here, so they're just maybe a little bit harder to get right now. But again, we'll just keep tracking that right now and just leave it as is. The next 3 accounts I want to work on are the mine runers. Okay, so the first one looks like we finished sales over here. A lot of sales moved around here. So I'm just going to completely reset them. We'll just leave the 18K right here, and then we'll just go into them. And I will check their... I think from the... when I was checking 07.gg, Market watch. The mine rune buy to sell ratio right now is at 1.0. So that means we have equal sales happening at 3 and at 4. So in my estimation, that's my interpretation of that. So over the week, 143K did not make a lot, but let's look at how much we purchased. Or we sold 440,000 over the week, and we only bought 142,000. So I'm very confused on why it's not listing me as profit here. So there must be something wrong with the flipping utilities. Maybe it's just glitching out sometimes every time it comes on. Over the month, though, this account has made 865,000. So if we were to take that over the year, just to give you guys kind of perspective here, take that times 12. That's a 10 mil account. So if we divide that by 365, it gives us 28,000 per day. That's right in what we want for money. Okay. Second account. Those also, too, were capped off at the sales. We could have gotten more sales if they didn't green bar. So, like, for the instance, these ones made a lot of sales. 209, 136, 153. So then we'll just give them a check again. Don't mind me picking my nose. 291,000. Looks like we purchased over the past week 475,394, and we sold 291,215. So yes, like this one here is showing us exactly the same thing. So I just think flipping utility sometimes when it loads, it doesn't show correctly, like calculate correctly whatever formula it uses to reveal the total profit here. But yeah, really weird. Anyway, let's check the month profit here too. That's a fun one. I like that. So 904,000. So it's moving a little bit better than the other guy. 2 days, 5 hours here. Finished buying. So we have a buy and a seller over here. So we got 2 buyers. So that was, what was that? 47,220. So we had 260, so 130,000 units bought. And we sold about 40,000 in mine runes right there. So now we have 2 sales, whatever. 1 buy. I like that fluctuation coming in. That's really nice. So the session, this one's showing 43,000. So I think it's only showing us profit when we actually make the sale. Or no. Okay, this one's just showing it. But sometimes the session in the 1 day is kind of glitchy, it looks like. But the week seems to give us a better answer. So for the week, for this guy, 361,000, we were able to buy 520,000, 532 mine runes, and sell off 361,299. So really good, strong account there. We'll just check the month out here. So 912,000 again. So this one's 28,000, but if we do 912, we'll get a little bit better of a number. 912,000 times, what is that per week? So we got to take that 52, 47 million, divide that by 365, should be over 30K. What? No way? Was that correct? 912,000 times, this is, oh, per month. Oh God, that's why. Okay, everybody, I'm just a human. So we'll take that times 12, 10.9, divide that by 365, just under 30K. 30K is what I go for. That's what I'm used to getting. But 19K is what you should be trying to get. I feel like you should be satisfied with. Or at least I'm trying to be satisfied with too, so that my dopamine doesn't dump too hard. But anyway, we got Jamarquise here, Jakira right here, and we got a relog drone back in. These accounts are messes because while I was doing my account run, it got pretty sloppy with my account runs. I keep running out of resources, so I had to like empty trades out and stuff like that. So this is for another little short I'm working on, and I'm trying to pitch it back in for this price. It's going to take me a little bit to get that back, but using the recipe, well, I'll just show you guys. So using 07.gg's is going to be one more plug. I think this is really interesting, but if you take the recipe scanner here, and I think this is just with the premium, you can sort them, and it'll tell you profit, like creating enhanced crystal weapon seed right now. The input cost is 122 million, but the output is 132 million, and then we profit 9 million here. And it looks like we have an input volume of 72. Let me zoom in there in case you guys can't see this. What was that picture of me? That's funny. Anyway, so if we zoom in, just to give you guys a little bit easier text reading here, we get 72 of this Blade of Saeldor inactive for 122 million. If you get an enhanced crystal weapon seed, you can sell this stuff back for 132 million. Estimated daily volume of trades, 149 trades. So right now, you know, it's whatever. So, but you just come here before you start your RuneScape journey. You can check out the top here. I did it with, this is really cool that these are at the top here because I didn't think about checking this every single day. But, so when I come here to the top, I did it with a ward, the Malediction ward, and I bought them for cheap, and I sold them for, I think it was like 300k profit for each one. It took me a little bit to run out and assemble them, but it was still free profit, and I was doing it for a proof of concept video to show the tool out. But as we go looking at today, I would rather do this. I would buy all 72 of those right now if I could, and if I could get all these. That seems pretty dang good to me, man. I don't know. But it's just everything. It's like assembling. There's 78 pages, and it's just automatically calculates the profit for you. And it's different every single time. There's like some of them that have crappy input volumes and output volumes, but if you just come here and just put above 10 and above 10 for input output, you can actually find items that you can get done. You can make it a daily and actually like guarantee a profit happening, like making Bryophyta's staff uncharged. You can do that once. You can make 400k off that, or you can make a uncharged Shrine E 900k. You can do that once. Yeah, because 11, that'll happen once. Creating enhanced crystal weapon seed. This looks like it'll happen a few more times than once, and you'll make 3.6 mil each time you do that. Just a little bit more barrier of entry here with 122 million, 127 million. So just be sure to check that out. Again, I'll just quickly plug the deal we got going on. If you put Ojama 5 in the discount, or when you go to checkout, you'll get $5 off. So it's $25 for the beta, $25 for the beta access, unlimited access until launch, and then on launch, 6 months free access with a discount when they start charging afterwards of that. And that's only to founders / people who are purchasing in the beta. So, okay, now I did my sponsorship plug, which was unasked for, but I'm just throwing a bunch of bones to the guy because he did give me a chance, and I just really want to like pay it forward. Anyway, so we did finish buying the Dragon Daggers at 17k each. I forgot what we sold them for the last time around because it's been so long, honestly. So I'm going to have to scroll down here and hopefully figure that out. But I guess not. I guess we're pulling up the 07.gg again to check the charts. Check the charts. Market scanner. Dragon Dagger. That is nice that it just like automatically sorts it like that instead of having to go to a bunch of different menus. So looks like we got a big swing here a little bit. Actually, it looks like it's holding kind of stable. Can I zoom in on the chart? 12 hours. Over the last 12 hours, looks like the green bar is chilling. But we're getting action at 17.641. So I think 17.5 would be very, very viable. We're just going to go back in at 17.5. And then again, hop off this because I don't know. The Dragon Scimitar has probably got sniped because I have been making shorts about this. This is... I just felt like it was going to get sniped. It was too good to be true. Made 1 million off of it in like 600 units or something like that. And we got the Dragon Dagger P++ because of my theory around the PK markets. Increased volatility. So P++. 20,565 is the high end. 2,700 looks like what we can go for. Or 20,700. What did I get them for? I should probably check that before I just pitch them back, right? 25, so 200. So actually we have to go higher than that. That's kind of lame. So this is a losing item. Unless we can get them for 21k. It's just a losing item. I shouldn't do that again, or at least try to go lower, I guess. So the Air Battle Staff sold at 9,010. We were able to make 400k off that trade. I think that the window is found there. I think it's good to buy it where we've been buying it. Get them at 888. Sell them for 9,000. Probably don't even worry about trying to get that extra 10 GP out of them. And then you get a really nice circulatory flip right there with a lot of barrier to entry, so you'll stop players from entering the game or entering that item as well. Okay, now we need to try to figure out where to find something worth flipping. Something else high, super high volume. I need high volume. So I zoom back out again. Sorry about that. It's gonna look kind of wonky for you guys. Death runes, no. Soul runes seem to be doing really well. That just may be the move. Adamant arrows again, 1718 with a volume of 15 million. That's gonna be really good for you guys. Sunfire Splinter, that looks interesting. The tax is 5 GP, I want to say. And we're looking at a interesting margin here. So it fluctuates from, right now is a great time to get into it. That's what it looks like. Sunfire Splinters. I have to hop worlds. We're at a low point for the day, or at least the last 12 hours. It looks like the margin's going to climb up about 30, so I'm going to just go in on them. For what? $450 looks fine to me. Not 50. 452. I'm gonna get 50,000. What's the limit on these guys? I'm not sure. We sold the fire battle staffs. I think the window for all these are gonna be relatively the same. So your order of like buy and selling is going to come down to air, then fire, then water, then earth. I believe it's gonna be relatively the same thing. So we're just gonna go 9K and hope for the best. Hopefully we can move these out of this without taking a loss. But I will, I guess, take some loss if I have to get rid of the items. But yeah, now looking back at the charts, we're going to keep looking through the list here. Amethyst Dart looks like really nice. It's a 9 million volume here. Adamant Dart's probably a lot better of one. I believe we made some money. Was it darts or what was it? Bolts? I don't remember what it was. It's 12 hours one day here. Looks like we have a swing between 18 and 20 with a 1 to 2 GP. So that's actually a very difficult one to flip, because if we go to 20, it's going to be a 1 GP tax. So we may have to get it at 17 to really try to do that then. Because I think we're going to have to get it at 17 to even have a chance to make some decent profit here. Darts. So 17 it is. 65 million is going to be a little ridiculous here. I think I'm just going to cancel the malediction so we can just look for something else, and I can split these up into 2 different slots and see what kind of volume we get. Or is adamant darts? I kept a lot. I kept the large cash stack here so that we can go into higher, like, stabler items, because the stability is really what we need to go for. So market scanner. That would be a nice functionality if we could search by stable. If you could sort. I know there's like a watch list feature on this site, but if you're out there, 07, I will message you this too. If you could sort by commodities, would be nice too, because there's like OSRS commodity. There's markets. Market prices. I was looking at this, like the bot market prices wiki. Market watch. Yeah, the index here. So there's indexes. That's what they are. The wiki has indexes. So if you could include indexes, I don't know if you have that. I'll have to ask about it. But OSRS index. Grand Exchange Market Watch here. We can just look at indexes and just kind of see how stuff is doing and find stuff. So maybe the herb index is what we go for. But the herbs aren't stable. The metal index, I feel like would be a stable one because it's based off of. So rune bars, but that's free to play. I think we go for rune bars. No, I don't know. I mean, it's high ticket, right? Rune bar. Runite bar? Okay. Or should we get ore? Ore and bar. Maybe that's what we do. So over the 12 hours, so if it's 10,000, that's 100 coins, right? 10 hundreds? 10,000? I believe so. I just want to check with the calculator because I don't want to mess this up. $100. So we have a 100 margin here. So if we got them for 10.3, and these don't move at all. What's the market price? One day. Very, very strange. How are we gonna find how are we gonna move here? 10339, 10436. It's 100 GP right there. It's eating up in the... This is so stable, it doesn't... Does it fluctuate really by the... Oh, we're at a high point right now either. Anyway. The 10.3 would be the where to get it. I may need to buy that and hold it. 1 month we're at a low. 3 months we're at a low. 1 year we're at a super low. I may hold this for a week. I know that kind of goes against my I don't like buying holding. If we can get them for 10.3, I'll get them. And then rune bar as well. Rune bar, right? So over the 12 hours, this is 123, I would say, for the tax. So we need to have like 12. 12.1. Yeah, this is solid margins too. Is it a low point for the... No, this is holding. 3 months. Over the year. Yeah, this is as stable as it gets. So I think it would be advantageous to try to figure out the line here. This has not budged at all for a year or forever. So 12.3. We're already getting Sunfire Splinters. That's good. Runide's bar. I don't know. 12.263. No. 12.175 maybe. Let's try that. I don't expect to see it, but give it a shot, right? Okay. Next account. We tried stuff. Chicago 6. Looks like we sold the teak logs, so just buying and holding for a little bit did help. So 2,845. 280. So we got them for 796, sold them off for 987. So kind of a slow flip. Looks like it's been a little bit since I got them. I don't know. I feel like these Guthix boots are not going to move the direction I want to. I'm just going to keep slotting them back in for 10k cheaper until they sell. Hopefully they just sell. Please get me out of this item. That's why I don't like buying and holding, because like the margins are very, very shaky with some items, and it's just makes me squirm. The only trades I lost were ones that you had to buy and hold. Buy and hold defining meaning you buy and hold them for a month, 2 months, 3 months. And I hate buying holding too, just to wait for some sort of like pump, because then your money's just tied up and you're not circulating it, because every time you circulate you're making money. So I don't know. There's buy and hold traders that could probably like they probably know a lot better about video game forecasting and stuff, and there's all those people speculating on the game and the different markets are going to pop up. Like the people who are speculating cannonballs probably are making a killing right now if they speculated based on sailing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we did finally get all the green Dragonhide bodies for 4150, and then 4350 I think is what they sell for, so we'll slide those back in and then call that a day, and then try out the other Dragonhide bodies, try out our friends Black Dragonhide body and Black Dragonhide body and red and blue Dragonhide bodies, because those are popular alkables as well, so they're going to be stable markets. I'm trying to think of other stable markets that exist. The only ones I can think of are the high volume and the bots. Is the bot dumping? Is that a stable? There's a bot index, right? There's got to be a bot index. Oh wow, we got a lot of them. There's no bot. There's no bot index. Common trade index? Let's check that out. Coal, steel bar, gold, Vista whip, green Dragonhide. You'd think prayer would be, right? Would that be stable? Would you consider prayer a stable market? Let's check it out. One week, 1 month, 3 months. That is not very stable. Prayer is getting more and more expensive. There's a 30 GP margin. There's 30 GP here. We can do this one. But it doesn't fit the profile. It doesn't fit the profile. Or does it? Let's just check it out. No, it's not stable enough. I don't know. I'm really, really torn. Let's just go blue D'hide body. Oops, wrong button. Blue D. So 50 GP. 49.50. Selling it for 50.50. 49.50, 50.50. It's a 50 GP. 49.50. Let's just try going for that. 1,000. Can we even afford that? We got the green D'hide chaps. What did we get them for last time? Did we pitch these before? 2035, 2180. 2200. Got the dragon arrows again for the same price, 2750 again. We'll pitch them. This may be our window here. This may be a really good one to then report to everybody in short form content. We got the blue D'hide chaps, 2150. Pull the chart back open. Chaps, 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 chaps. Where are they at? There. Big sinks. Yes, you can snipe these cheap periodically. I grabbed them. I could probably grab them for 2,000 and try to sell them for 22. I probably spent way too much money on them. I think I did. Oops. What does that sell at? What did we just sell that at? We sold it at 2,200. Try to move them to 2250, 2550 on the red D'hide chaps. We got 540 over the couple days. We bought all the chaos runes. Looks like we're gonna make 104 on them. Looks like we're gonna make 6 GP each, so that's a 36k flip. Chaos runes are a big heavy hitter for people. If you can pay attention to them and just kind of make sure you don't. I mean, you'll get wrecked sometimes because sometimes, you know, it'll raise and it'll dip a little bit, but then you can just keep buying back in, take your loss, and then go back in. You'll average more money because it's just the sheer volume. But that's one I'd probably like day trade. So yeah, that is accounted for here. Last account. Oh, gotta switch worlds. We got all the headless arrows. Got them all for another 8er. So it looks like we can put them back in for 10. Headless arrows, I would say easy peasy lemon squeezy. I would put this on in members. I would definitely, any slot you don't know what to do, easy flip, headless arrows. Every single day you're going to make some easy profit. Adamant bolts as well, 27. And it looks like I was able to buy them again and then sell them. I'm going to try to go for 35 again. And if that's a sick, that's a sick swing. Like, adamant bolts, really, really nice swing here. We were able to sell all the dust runes, so we got them for 8, sold them for 9 very well. We're just going to repeat the trade one more time. Looks like we'll be able to invest another 20k into that. Mithril darts, bought 84,000 in the 2 days. It's really nice. Iron arrows, 57k in the 2 days. Really nice. Always winning with the iron arrows. So the last time around with soul runes, we were able to sell them for 191. So we're going to try that again. 191. Really strong, high volume item. We got the adamant darts over here, 17 each. So it looks like that other account We're going to put them back in for 20, so adamant darts seem to be a good mover as well. Swamp Tower we bought out at 3 each, so we're going to see if we can put it back in for 4. Looks like it kind of dove on us, though, so I'm kind of actually terrified that I might have to I just wasted my time. Swap Tar. Shoot. Looks like we're in a free fall into 2-3. Looks like I got wrecked, but over the 1 week, looks like it does this periodically. Looks like 3 seems to hold. 3-4 is kind of a, an anomaly. 2-3 seems to be the Swamp Tar. The Swamp Tar actual price. 2-3 seems to be. But yeah, so there we go. There we have it, boys. There's the episodes. Hopefully I did pretty good here. Had a huge influx of subscribers over the weekend. That was really awesome. 2,500 views on the how much GP did I make with 720 accounts. I knew that was going to work. Just learning the title a little bit better has been really paying off dividends for the account. So yeah. Just can't wait till I get more time, more iterations, more progress, more everything. You know what I mean? Hoping to get maybe a better lab. I don't know. Who knows what? I'm just trying to grind, get it done. Thanks everybody for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Peace out.